Okay, now we have a little print. This is going to be the top of my bag. The blue is the bottom of the bag. So you'll have a smaller piece here because you were not required to get a really big piece. So I got half a yard, 54-inch fabric. That's going to be plenty. Okay. So I think we're in a situation where this fabric isn't going to tear either. But you know what? I'll give it a chance. So I'm going to take it. I go in at least 1 inch and you make a 3-inch cut. Okay. And separating them, I'm going to tear one at a time. Okay. So that one tore, but not very well. If you look at this edge here, it's pretty distorted from the tearing, and it actually tore off at this point. So we're back to that pull the thread process. Okay, so I pull the thread, exactly the same thing that I did in the blue. When you do a print, it actually makes it easier because the print shows exactly where the thread moved out of alignment. So it's very easy to cut when you have a print. When you have a solid, it's not as good. But I have to turn this around because this side's kind of a mess. And I'm going to take my thread right here. So I'm starting from the beginning and I'm pulling all the way down to the selvage. And you can see where the print has slid out of position as a result of my pulling on the thread. So that makes it kind of fast and easy to cut along that slipped thread. So right there. Okay. So when I get down to my selvage, I'm going to check for fabric alignment now. Remember, when you check for fabric alignment, you put the two selvages on top of each other, exactly on top of each other, and you smooth it out. You take it from the original fold line, which was the way the fabric was on the bolt in the store, and you kind of shake it out. And if these two lines, and if we're within 1/4 of an inch of each other, it's totally fine. You need to consider that to be realigned and on grain. So if I have straightened one side, I do not need to straighten the other side because it can't be crooked on one side and straight on the other. So if I have realigned my fabric, it's realigned. I do not need to stretch this one. This fabric is, quote, on grain, where the blue was off grain. So this one's ready to cut. So the first thing that we did was straighten the raw edge, and then we check for grain alignment. This one has grain alignment. So the next thing is get it wet, put it in the dryer, take it out, press it, and you're ready to cut your bag.